Or you go the full Agatha. It was Agatha all along. Did you watch WandaVision?
Oh yeah, we didn't watch the end. We didn't watch the very last episode. Dude, I know it's my fault. It's my fault. Don't
You didn't get to see
he's
the
gonna
ending?
get stressed at me. Stop.
The song is so cool, dude.
Anyway, welcome everyone to Walking After Whiskey. I'm Shorty.
And I'm Travis. We're gonna break down your latest episode of The Walking Dead tonight.
We're also gonna break down. We're not quite sure what shelf whiskey. We'll find out.
Yeah, it's called Slaughterhouse. It's actually bottled and finished in Napa Valley, California. Pretty close to home. We'll see how that goes. And we're also breaking down episode
8.
Season 11.
Season 11, episode 8 for blood. Oh my God, I can do the title, no problem.
For sangre. For blood.
Like Dracula. I want to suck your blood.
Remember Duckula? He was the best.
Dracula.
And Danger Mouse. Cheers.
Oh, I don't know the smell. Oh, I don't know.
It is whiskey. It's not a bourbon, but it is whiskey. Shorty, open us up, Shorty. What we see in the beginning of this episode?
We start in Reaperland. Oh wow, there's some burn.
She's one eye in it. One of those, you know what's good when Cletus is like.
So this episode has just 2 side stories. We're gonna start in Reaperland. So when we last left our crew, they were, Maggie and Negan were working on rustling up all the zombies to take down Reaperland.
Yep.
And now Pope sends out the Pied Piper who's like, oh, no problem, I got this. I'll lure them all away. And sure enough, he gets overrun quite quickly, actually.
Yeah, Pope asked him, he asked Daryl, you ever seen zombies walk around like that? Zombie goes, yeah, they get a mass together, kind of go in circles like that, and they just leave town. So,
he said, yeah, down south at one point.
Yeah, so Pope, so I don't know, Pope leads on to maybe he might know like what's going on. Like Shorty said that maybe he might have ran into Alpha before and seen this type of things happening before, because they're all pretty close together, you know. But I don't know, Meridian, she didn't know about Alpha either, so who knows. But it seemed like Pope kind of knew that something was up. And it was kind of, again, everything's a test with Pope. He asked Daryl, hey, you ever seen this kind of stuff? So, yeah.
Yeah, he said, yeah, in the south somewhere.
So while the guy was out there, the Pied Piper's out there, he gets circled by the group and gets stabbed by Maggie and by Negan. And it's very hilarious. So I was like, what the hell's there? You know, like how our group happened with Rick in the back in the days when they first saw these guys. They start just getting sliced up and he gets killed.
And they know he dies. Like he's got a walkie on him, he's got a radio on him, and obviously there's going to be no response. So, and so this is where Leah starts to kind of get really upset with. I mean, there's already an issue with her and Pope anyway because she doesn't like that he just kind of kills their family randomly instead of kind of, you know, at least giving a little bit of a trial. But
they're a small family too. Like they don't have a lot of numbers to lose.
Well, we were trying to count. Like so, if they said like 16 in the beginning, after tonight's count, we think we're down to 11 if we counted correctly. So we'll see how that goes. But so Leah's starting to get really upset that Pope obviously doesn't care about any of these people. Like he just sends them into the wolves, and if they die, no big deal. Like besides. I mean, he does say, oh, no, he's like my son. Well, no, not really, because you actually don't send your son into a horde of zombies.
Yeah, he was a son in the fact that he will do whatever he wanted him to do for him, like as a father would. But not a son as he was very nurturing their son. He basically there's just a bunch of pawns on the table, really what they are for him.
Yeah.
Sadly.
He's not nice.
And
he's not a good dad. I don't want that dad.
And so with these small wins, Gabriel goes to the tower. He has a sniper lookout tower. I must take a guy out to get in that tower, looking around the whole group to kind of watch for them. Maggie sneaks in undercover, right with some zombies.
So along the whole way, Daryl's actually trying to get them like in. So he knows what's going on. So he actually kills the guy on the wall. You know, dumps him over. So then Maggie and Gabriel get the body, so they know what's up. So they're all kind of on the same page at least. Daryl doesn't have any idea what the game plan is. He has no idea what Pope's game plan is. So, the drama that
Daryl
that
walks
goes
by
on
and kills the
with
guy
that.
for a cigarette. He didn't want a cigarette and kills the guy, throws him on the wall. Like, and it's literally with an eye shot of the whole group of people. I don't know. Daryl's like, I don't know what happened to that guy. I give him a cigarette, he's fucking gone. Like,
and then, of course, when Daryl comes back, like, Leah's like, where the fuck have you been? And,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I needed my arrows. You don't need those. Oh, because I got 1,000 of them hanging out.
Yeah, exactly. Too.
So, the weapon of mass destruction in the zombie apocalypse, I guess. So, So the drama. So Daryl and Leah again have a moment alone together, and I think after Daryl sees that Leah still has heart, he really does gonna try to pull him into his family fold. So he kind of comes clean with her. Doesn't go real well. They actually get interrupted by Pope, who is like, "Oh, I interrupted something pretty serious," and.
Daryl's on recon this whole time, obviously. He's trying to act like he's part of the team, but we all know, everyone knows where his heart is. And so he, after seeing Leah kill that lady and not kill the family that they found earlier in the woods, he's kind of like seeing that Leah has a heart still. She has her soul still, right? So she's not just a trained killer like Pope wants him to do. She actually has a heart still. And she obviously had a heart when her friend died. You can see her face during that fire. And then after she confronts Pope about killing her friend, the Piper that went out, she could tell she's just like, she's outright questioning him and openly. And he goes, "You have a problem with that?" She's like, "If you knew he was out there, why'd you do that?" So now she's even questioning out loud this man who will put your face in a fire. So obviously she's at that level, like, you can kill me now. Like, I'm done being your bitch.
Yeah, and it's Daryl's last ditch effort too. Like, he knows that this whole thing of arrows is going to be unleashed on his family. Yes. So he's trying to do what he can to save his family. Hopefully she's got enough heart where they're going to live happily ever after, but Leah got other plans, so there's that. And
he professes love to her a couple episodes ago, like, I came back for you. I came back to be with you only, and you weren't there. He's like, I'm not upset with you about it, but I did come back to be with you. And so there was that, that bond, like, he like, I want to be with you. And so he doesn't know Connie's back there waiting for the booty call, but
well, even she says, like, do you ever wish that we would have just stayed back in the cabin?
Yes,
so
exactly.
She feels the same way.
Absolutely. And he offers for her to come back with him, like, come back with me.
Right.
Come with us.
Which I think would be interesting when he goes back to Carol and his other girlfriends, his harem that he's got waiting for him.
Menage a trois, right? They're ready to go. And Carol.
Anyways, so Daryl sees that there's really no hope. Like, there's not going to be a definitive answer from Leah at this point. But as it's getting ready to kind of unleash all of these arrows on his family, he goes to try to kill Pope. And whatever bad happens with that, I don't even remember exactly what happened. Missed or Pope was gonna take him out. He had a gun or something.
Yeah, Daryl pulled his knife out. Just didn't see anything of a knife.
He had.
Pope's like just ready. Like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I knew it. And as soon as he turns to look at Daryl, Leah stabs him in the fucking neck. Pow! He's done, right? And then one friend on the roof, I don't know his name, but he sees this whole thing happen.
Right.
A little bit of argument between us, kind of like, what was he going after Leah? Was he going after Daryl? Like, what was intentional? He's like, hey, high five! But before he could even like say how cool the thing was, right. Daryl kills him with a knife, a throwing knife, killed him, couldn't talk or anything.
Yeah, so then our debate was like, did he need to die, basically, is what our debate is. Well, he did, so it doesn't even matter. So anyway, they took out that little dynamite string. What is that called? The ignition. I don't know. What is that called?
The fuse. Gotcha.
Well, what is that called? I'm just thinking like cartoons.
Right.
TNT box fuse.
Yeah. So this is happening. Maggie's down there in her full dead mask on, going to get the food from the storage. Like, her mission is get the fucking food in the truck and let's go. Right. So.
But she doesn't get the food in the truck. She gets the truck and then runs it through the wall.
Yes. To let all the zombies in.
Correct. Exactly. So all the zombies are in. Then Gabriel takes sniper point on whatever house,
tower,
second story window, whatever where he's at. So he starts taking people out, saves her at one point, right? So she knows, and then she drives through, lets the zombies in. So there are a couple of Pope's people, trying to take the zombies out. So then we don't know what happened to those two people, but pretty sure they're down to 11 now.
Maggie called them back in. She said, "Everyone come to the roof." And so when Daryl asked her to come with me, she goes, "Everyone come to the roof." Daryl Dixon's with them.
Calls them out.
So Daryl runs, right?
Right. Yeah. So obviously Leah and Daryl are not going to live happily ever after. And at some point, it's probably going to come out. By the way, where the fuck's Dog? Like, dog got a decision to make now.
Dog's a shit dog. At this point, dog's a shit dog.
Dog has a decision to make. I feel like he's gonna fucking find Daryl and get him in more trouble.
All dogs go to heaven. Later, dog. At this point, fuck you, dog.
Well, from that one house, they do. But
Jesus, dude.
Anyways,
God.
Backstory. We'll tell you about that later. Some other time. Anyway, so let's see. Where are we now? So that storyline's kind of over, right? Oh, except they're again going to unleash the 1,000 arrows on the people. So my other thing was Daryl had to know that this was still a possibility. Obviously, Leah turned on him. I'm thinking everyone just run, just go. But I know that they're still like on this mission to get the food, but
right.
There's no way that this is going to happen at this point.
Yeah, they got a working truck with a bed back there. They can all load up, they put a ton of food back there and leave. And literally that's all they want to do. With now with all his people up on the roof.
She ran it to the wall. Who knows if it even works anymore? That red truck is run into the wall now.
If it's a Ford, it won't. But if it's a Chevy, it will.
Nice.
But I mean, if you think about it, so Maggie knows where like all the holes in the wall are. Like she built this fucking place.
Correct.
She shows them meridian. So, and then they can't go back empty-handed. Like there's no way Maggie went through even this far to go back with no hands, right? So at least they pull all people back up to the roof, and this one little menagerie of flaming arrows coming down at them. Like that might go off for a while, but I mean, literally they're not rotating around like it's not like a turret or anything. So
we don't know.
We don't know what's happening with it.
We have no idea. So
it looked pretty shitty to me. Like I've built things that were way better than that, and I can't build shit except Legos. So yeah, it was pretty shitty. I don't even know how they were firing off. Like I don't even know. I'm like, what the fuck is this going off here? It looked like Disneyland like lollipops, like with fires on the back ends of them. It was like rags on top of them. Like there wasn't like a missile. It was wooden. Like what the fuck is this thing?
It actually seemed like fireworks.
Like
actually, how they kind of like.
Yeah.
That's what. That's what it actually seemed like.
I didn't see, but you're right. There could be like a metal tip on them. Who knows?
We were actually speculating because when they were on the wall and they were smelling something, we were like it was like some type of ignition, like some type of fluid. So that's what we thought. That's what we thought was going to happen. Was they were just going to blow like. Nobody can have it, right? If we can't have it, nobody can have it type of situation. But that remains to be seen.
They take off very Looney Tunes, like they take off like Looney Tunes. They're just like everywhere, like what the fuck? Maggie's like, what the fuck is this? And it's just they're going everywhere. Like okay.
It's like a parade at Disneyland. Woo!
Yeah, I know, right?
All right. So the other side. So that's kind of the end of that story. So the other side, the other story on this episode, it has to do back at Alexandria, right?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, like, it's the worst storm ever, and there's a fire across the way, and the walls are blowing down, and then they're trying to keep the kids safe in this house.
Yep.
They tried to create some drama in this, which was kind of stupid. Like, I was really irritated with the Gracie storyline. I don't know why, but I was really, like, you don't hear anything about this kid until literally like this season.
Right.
All of a sudden it's a big deal because Negan brings it up because he knows the origination of this child. And now that dumb, stupid child who goes to the basement, seriously, to look for a weapon?
Well, zombies are at the door. Like, you think these kids would be corralled, like in a playpen, like, kids ain't will go nowhere. You could just stand right here. I mean, that's how it is at football games in my house, let alone zombies outside. Like, come on now. Those kids get duct taped to each other. They're not going anywhere. Like, this is fine. But she's downstairs, the basement's all flooding, like, oh, this is okay. And the fuck you doing down here, Gracie? I wanted a weapon like you. I'm like, bitch.
Go to the kitchen, get a knife. Go to the kitchen and get a knife. It's so stupid. Yeah. So that actually, it was kind of cheesy. That part really, this storyline kind of really irritated me, and it seemed like fluff.
Yeah.
Like
it's a Judith storyline. I mean, we haven't seen Judith for like really kind of like real storyline.
Well, it's Judith. It's their way to introduce, like, trying to get Michonne, interest in Michonne coming back on the show because they bring her up. They brought her up now for like I think the last 3 episodes. They brought up Michonne. Especially with Psycho Dude being in the house now. But for we'll call it like a season finale, just because it's like the mid-season finale. I actually thought it was pretty lackluster. I know you liked it, but I thought there's really no cliffhanger other than that Leah is now the new pope, and obviously, but that always exists. So there felt like there was just no big cliffhanger in this one. So I was a little disappointed in that.
And I think it's good to say that I don't think that after this is all done, that Lee's gonna come after their group. I think their numbers are so small, they'll be focused on themselves. Literally, they're nothing compared to what.
But there's no other enemy at
the
this
Commonwealth
point, so they
is
have
what it
to
is.
come back.
Well, they all at some point migrate to Commonwealth. All of them do. So literally, like this is kind of like I think this is tying up a bow in the Leah Daryl story.
Well, we have a very short amount of time for them to tie this bow neatly off, and they're trying to make all of the like. World Beyond's gonna be gone, and dude, I never saw. I think after episode 3, I don't think I watched a single World Beyond because that show was terrible.
Well, Hope is on that show, so we should watch that show.
It's a terrible show. It is horrible.
Hope is awesome.
She's doing
good things.
It is like episode 2 of Fear the Walking Dead because that was terrible too. But that's coming back. When does Fear come back? That's soon, right?
Soon, like very soon, like so, in October, I think it's this month.
So Fear comes back. So, and then I don't even know when Walking Dead starts up again because I'm not paying attention. Sorry. But so anyway, so we know that there has to be one big thing. I just wish that they would tie it a little bit more in together.
Yes.
I thought it irritating that the Talking Dead actually focused a little bit more on World Beyond. I was like, they don't need any credit for this show. This show sucks.
Like, World Beyond is all their money though. So there's no Kirkland involved in World Beyond. There's no Kirkland involved in World Beyond or Durapont. So basically, the AMC's like gets money out of the show. So they're gonna present the show because it's all money for them. They don't have to give 10% here, 20% there. It's like, this is our money. Let's fucking support it. So obviously Chadwick's like, hey, it's so great.
It's
sorry, he doesn't talk like that. His hands, they're more like this. It's so great.
I don't even know what just happened. Anyways, that show sucks. I digress. We tried watching that show. It sucks. Travis loves you, Hope. Contact him. Private message him. It's fine. Anywho's. Yeah, so I just personally thought it was a little disappointing. I felt like it didn't leave you like on the edge of your seat totally wanting more. It's just like, all right, it'll be back in a few months or whatever the time may be. So
yeah, the show's definitely going on with a whimper. First, you would think as the last season finale, like if even the season break comes, this season was even more of a cliffhanger than this was. You know,
right,
absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be sad. But again, you know, this show is actually very tied to Kirkland, and they get a lot of money off of these characters. So they're trying to basically branch off and hope the movies do well. Give Michonne back for the end of the series. Obviously, Rick is going to be on World Beyond, which will be huge fucking numbers for that show when it comes out.
Yeah, so what do we have left? We have on Walking Dead, what we have left that is still yet to be decided is the return of Michonne. So that's like all we have to look forward to.
And what I've been reading is Morgan will return to the Walking Dead when it's over too. They'll probably all meet up and be at. They'll probably all when they're walking too.
They're all gonna go to Commonwealth and have a picnic.
Or get a cake from one of Yukio's brothers.
Exactly. And some ice cream. Oh. It'll be like a party.
Rocky Road from Stephanie.
Yeah, exactly.
The real Stephanie will be there.
The real Stephanie. Dun dun dun.
Good review, sister.
It was okay. We felt rushed. Just saying. Oh, I don't even think I can do this.
You can do it. Chicka.
So I decided, I made a big mistake, and I decided to go to the Wine and More because it's like the Mecca. It's the mothership.
The best mistake.
And I was probably in there, I kid you not, for 45 minutes, just kind of wandering down, looking at the pretty bottles. And so this one, I thought it was appropriate. It's called Slaughterhouse. It has a cool little machete or cleaver hatchet on there. So I thought, that's perfect for the show.
Super like, hey, my uncle makes whiskey. Here's his new label. It's like there's nothing to it. There's not even the alcohol percentage on the front or anything like that. Slaughterhouse is a cool name for a video game on TurboGrafx and also for free whiskey in your mouth. As a whiskey,
it's got some burn.
Definitely tastes like a whiskey. Good American whiskey for you.
Local, it's from Napa.
I don't see a percentage on here at all. This is totally weird. I'm gonna say it's at least
80, 40 proof.
80 proof, 85 proof.
Are you sure there's nothing on here?
That's what I read. I've also been drinking.
No, you've been drinking?
Definitely, there's nothing. I taste smoke. I mean, a little bit hints of vanilla. That's really it. And
that is really funny. There is nothing on here.
Like I said, your uncle made this bottle. It's
Maybe
awesome.
it was on the 44%.
44%. Oh, so close.
44. I was like, maybe it was on the label. Oh, it is on the label that I ripped off quickly.
It's a good whiskey. I honestly, it's a very, very powerful, but not. There's no flavor for it. Like there's nothing you can pull out of it. I can't, anyways. It's just smoke, really. A little bit of vanilla hint.
It's not terribly smoke. Definitely vanilla. It's not terribly smoky, but it does have a lot of burn.
Yeah.
A lot of burn.
So if you get this whiskey, maybe an ice cube in it might set you off okay, or definitely like
something.
Quarter of Coke, splash of Coke. Will probably be great for this whiskey. I mean, I probably won't ever buy it, but I'll drink the shit out of whiskey that she buys anytime. Thank you, Shorty. Favorite kind? That's the kind you don't buy.
Favorite kind is free.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, you guys. Thanks for watching. We might get some movies in. I don't know. We'll see. We might throw some stuff at you. Whatever. Give us a like. Give us a follow. See what happens.
Oh, we're going to do some shit. We're going to do some shit.
This definitely coats like your entire mouth, though. Like it sticks with you.
Yeah.
It lingers.
I wish it tasted better for how well it takes over everything in your mouth.
Yeah. Anyways.